This is Huggy Wuggy, and this is him as a Brickcraft figure. And today I'm going to unbox, build, and survive every single Poppy Playtime Brickcraft set I can find, including sets like Huggy Wuggy, Catnap, and Yarnaby. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we're gonna unbox all of them. Anyways, Lego. Poppy Playtime might be one of my favorite games, and Brickcraft offered to send me a bunch of their sets, so we're gonna go get them. Okay, we're entering the factory. We have to go down to the darkest levels to go find them. Yo, that's creepy. Oh shoot, is that Huggy Wuggy? Guys, I don't want to do this. Okay, I think he's after me. He should have been delivered to the factory. All right, yeah, this is about in theme with Poppy Playtime. A couple other boxes up here, but I think this is it. Oh my gosh, this sucker's heavy. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh no, I lost one.
All right, we gotta go. Go, come on.
Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Okay, we made it safe. We're just gonna, is that? Yeah, okay, we're coming in. Yeah, never doing that again. We're gonna open up these at the end. I don't even know what these are. This is the box I'm concerned about. Oh yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're going for 600,000 subs now, so let's do that. Anyways, let's open. I have absolutely zero clue what's gonna be in here, so you guys are all just gonna be as surprised as I am. Oh, it's covered. All right, we're gonna put this on the floor and open them one by one. Yeet. And we're going to grab the first one, and it is, yo, Yarnaby. He is the character from chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime, and yo, this box is like so shiny, and it literally comes with yarn. What the heck, bro? And does like the face open up? Yo, bro, it does. Oh, that's so cool. And look, you could even sit. He's in Mob Entertainment. It is like an official thing that you can get on Brickcraft, and it even comes with the official Playtime logo. All right, that's pretty cool. We're just gonna put these over here, and we'll make like a little stack of them. Now, I don't know if everything in this pack is gonna be Poppy themed, because I'm looking at this and this just doesn't look Poppy themed. It's Futurama. Yo, bro, this guy looks legit. I haven't watched Futurama, but he's like a foot tall, and he comes with drinks of, what is that? A beer and a slushie, a Slurpee? What does that say? Slurm? I have not watched enough of this show. But yo, he could like pose his fingers, and he comes with a gold chain, and he has all his drinks that he could keep literally inside of him. That's actually kind of fun. Yo, look at him pose. Has 408 pieces. That's crazy. This is gonna be so fun to build. Whoa. All right, so we'll put him over here. I'm really curious to see what's in those boxes too. I think we have another Futurama set. What? Bro, it's another one of him. Bro, he likes his beverages. They literally says beverages behind him on the vending machine. Brands like Dr. Jitter, Something Loco, Mountain Goo, Walrus Juice? What is Walrus Juice? Bro, what is this box? I don't even know. Oh, it's a display. Oh, it's like a whole display case thing going on. He's like a baby version of himself. That's cute. We'll put that over onto our pile. And then we'll open up another one. And here, yeah, let's take a look at this. Yo! Okay, it's another Poppy Playtime set. It's these Smiling Critters. By the way, I have a link if you want to get any of these down below. Oh wow, this thing's like a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be, and it comes with this like custom face mold thing. This is Dog Day. Dog Day as a character, like as a mob, looks a little cooler than the Smiling Critter variant of him, but I'm happy we're getting another Poppy Playtime set. This one looks freaking dope. All right, we'll put him next to Yarnaby, and then we'll try to grab another set. Okay. Yo, it's Stewie Griffin. Bro, this kid is shaped like a football.
Shut up, you're not my mother. Good God, are you all right? Fine, why do you ask?
And he comes with his little trike. That's pretty cool. And then you can flip it around, and I guess it shows you, it shows you the full-on trike, so I guess you could display him separately, which is cool. And it includes an instruction manual and everything, which is also epic. Yeah, I guess Lego would definitely never make a set for them. So we're gonna put it over here. All right, let's open this one. No! Is this Heisenberg? Say my name. Say my name.
Say my name.
Yo. It's Heisenberg. Oh! Yo, it comes with the entire crystal ship. Bro, Lego will definitely never make this. Now I just gotta get some little figures to attach to it. But yo, it comes with like a cleaver and his Heisenberg sticker and his clothes from the first episode. That's a niche reference. And then it's like, it has the logo on the back window. Look at the license plate. H3I1SBRG Heisenberg. Yo, that's so fire, bro. These are the most random brick building sets I've ever seen. It's awesome. I know for a fact there's there's Poppy Playtime in those. I know for a fact. So we're gonna wait to see those. I am low-key curious what's in here. It's like a box, and I think I saw it said Family Guy. Family Guy figures. Okay, that'll be interesting. All right, we gotta break out the box cutter for this one. Yoink, skadoosh. Oh, yo, we got multiples in here. Please be Peter Griffin. Please be Peter Griffin. We did a Family Guy video that you guys loved, so gonna do more of those. It's Brian and Peter. Yo, we got Brian and Peter Griffin. Oh, bro, this is so fire. We have AM Brian and EM Brian. So he comes with the afternoon one with the little wine glass, and then he has the Who's a Good Boy coffee in the morning. And then we have Peter, and he comes with a custom head mold. Bro, what is this? And he comes with the special beer from Family Guy. But bro, the bird is the word is like my favorite like audio on social media ever. Like ba 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 bar bar bar. Bird is the word.
Oh, have you not heard?
Heard what?
Oh, well, a bird.
Comment below if you've seen Family Guy on YouTube Shorts, because that's like 90% of my YouTube Shorts feed. All right, we're going to add these over here. Not Poppy Playtime themed, which is okay. We'll get to that. But wait, I think we have another one. All right, we have another Poppy Playtime. Yo, it's Catnap. This is an interesting choice. I probably would have chosen to do like the mob version of Catnap, like the big one with the long legs, you know, the one that the prototype killed. This is cool. I like actually how the floor looks like Poppy Playtime, like the floor in the game. I didn't even notice that. That's such a cool attention to detail. And it comes with the same type of face mold as the other one with a new print, or maybe it's the same print just with different colors. Yeah, he's an official thing. He's 151 pieces. The other one has 170, which I guess makes sense. So we'll keep those Poppy Playtime sets over there. I'm gonna just reach in and grab another set. And we got another one of these Futurama ones. This is Zoidberg. Bro, we got Heisenberg, we got Zoidbergs. What's with all the bergs? But he has a little fish in front of him. It looks like he's about to have a nice dinner. And they come in one of these interesting shaped display boxes, which you could stack. Yo, you could stack them? That's so cool. So you get like 1,000,000 of them and stack them. And they like have like the shape, and they have the Brickcraft logo on top. That's neat. Okay, we're gonna put them over here, and we're gonna grab another, I think we have another one of those too. Oh, yo, it's Stewie and Brian. They're like, what are they doing? There's like some electricity thing. They're in the clouds, or like in a factory that's on fire. I don't know, bruv. I'm putting it on top of Heisenberg. And then we have one more set in here, and then I'm gonna open those. I don't think they're Brickcraft, but let's see what this is. Yo, it is the Planet Express ship from Futurama as well. Oh, bro, this looks sick. Yo, we got like a missile, we have entrance, we have like that. Fire, bro. All right, well, I think that's it. So now we're gonna open up these boys, and these ones are also just really interesting because I have legit no clue other than that they're Poppy Playtime. This is what I've been waiting for. It's Poppy Playtime like building sets. Bro, these boxes got destroyed. Oh no, that's so sad. It says come play with me, and it has like a scary Huggy Wuggy. And it also has Kissy Missy. Yo, we'll put that over here. Okay, we're gonna do even more. All right, yo, we have the player and his whole thing. And look at this, the boxes have the player's hands on it, which is super duper cool. And yeah, that's awesome. And this one, I just love. I love that. I think that's great. All right, and then we have another set, and this one is of Huggy Wuggy, and I don't know. It says the Elegant Vogue in the Classic Collect. That's what they're all titled. I think they just forgot to fill that in. This is number 3, the player's number 1, and Kissy's number 2. I think I saw Kissy's build before. I haven't seen this one, but this is gonna be one of my first Huggy Wuggy minifigures. So that's cool. So we're gonna put that there. And then the last one we're just gonna dump out, and it is Killy Willy. Wait, real quick, we're just gonna, oh right, we have the other box over here. Oh bro, now I really wanna know what's in here. All right, Killy Willy has like a whole screen with green. Somebody explain to me what this scene is, because honestly, I don't even know. So we're gonna add that there. All right, let's open up these boys. All right, let's see. Yo, it's more boxes. Let's flippin' go, dude. I've been wanting these for like ever, and I'm happy we finally got them. Okay, I gotta like open up all this plastic layering. We're just gonna, yeet. So we have a couple interesting things here. Some of these I hope they're not repeat sets, which is good, but they're similar. So it might have to be like 2 separate videos type of a deal. Bro, there's so much plastic. You guys hear that? It is actually absurd. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the first thing we got that's important is, ooh, this is a pristine box too. It's Poppy. She has like a mini doll, and she comes with this whole thing. I don't know what this build's supposed to be. Oh, I don't want to reveal that. Yeah, there's like, it reveals all the sets we're about to unbox. That's not cool. But we'll add her to the stock. It's so interesting. There's like the different qualities in like the box design. You guys see that? Where it's like this one doesn't have the glare, but the other ones do. That's so weird. All right, we're gonna open up another one. The Poppy one I was most excited for. Okay, it's Huggy Wuggy. Wuggy again. Is this is the same guy? Maybe it is from a different season. I don't want to spoil it. I don't even know what this is from. We'll add it on top of Yarnaby, and then we'll open up. I'm just taking this plastic out. I can't with the plastic. It's too much. It's too much. Boy. Okay, we have Kissy Missy, which looks to be the same as the one we got here. Yeah, it's the same Kissy, but it's a new build, which is unique. So we will have her. You know what, we're stacking this over here, and then we're gonna just stack these on top of each other. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're gonna do. And then we have the last one, and it's another version of the player with like fire going on. What the heck? They like added fire in the graphic, even though it's just like a fire piece. And then here's, I guess, the final thing. They want us to do some kind of crazy, like cult worshiping Huggy Wuggy Poppy Playtime Co-Factory build. And it has like all the legit stuff. It looks like a legit toy. It's pretty freaking cool. And we can just stack that up there. All right, and now I think it's time to build them, right, Walter? Yeah. This is my table covered in Lego bricks. And today I'm challenging myself to build more of the iconic characters from Playtime Co. and Lego. And I'm gonna build the factory with each level and have a new character for each different chapter of the game, all the way to the prototype. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, I'm gonna need a hug. Anyways, Lego. Now the first character I need to build isn't actually a character, it's you, the player, which is also the first character technically introduced in the games, and we're gonna build him with his grab pack. Now in the game, you never really fully see the player because you kind of are him, but you always see the grab pack, and you just kind of pretend the yellow figure behind him is basically you. Now I just have to take my pieces and build one. We're gonna dump out all the parts. Awesome. All right, let's get building. All right, and here's our boy, the player. And yeah, bro looks like a player. He has the grab pack on, and the cool thing is you could take off his head, oops, and act like you're in the game Poppy's Playtime. Wait a minute, are we entering the game? Wait a minute, is that who I think it is? Huggy Wuggy? Yeah, this is actually the Brickcraft Huggy Wuggy I got at Walmart, and you can legit twist his head around, and it's just a happy version of him, but then you twist him again, and it's a scary version. He's literally double-sided. You just have to twist the feet and hands. And he's literally gonna munch on you. All right, I'm giving this player build a 10 out of 10. It actually looks pretty great, and it functions pretty well too. Look how posable it is. Now, one of the shocking characters the player saw killed in Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 was Pianosaurus, the most overhyped, underused character in all of Poppy Playtime. And I haven't built one in Lego in a while, so I thought I should do that. All right, let's dump out the parts. And now it's time to build him. And here he is, the Pianosaurus. He's actually really, really cool. He has literally a whole piano torso. Look, I could even play him. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to combine a piano and a dinosaur, but apparently someone at Playtime Co. did, and it's honestly kind of sick. It also has so many colors. It has green and blue and purple and orange and yellow and red and blue and blue and blue and all these other colors. Wow, they really like blue. And obviously he's green like most T-Rexes, including the Toy Story T-Rex. Oh, and speaking of T-Rexes, why don't we have him fight one? All right, come in for a big hug. No, let me out of here. I don't want to hug you. Okay, calm down, buddy. No, let me go. All right. I want my mommy. Yo, this guy's kind of awesome. And that's why I put him with the player. So now the player can confront him. Because, you know, in the game, you didn't really get much time with him because Doughy kind of... Yeah. Also, he had a really weird line after he did that.
Now that hit the spot. I haven't eaten in weeks.
All right, here's the player, and we're gonna have him confront the Pianosaurus. Or play him? It's player time. Ow, my hand. All right, we got him. All right, that's the Pianosaurus. I love this build, but we're gonna build a character from the next chapter, chapter 5, and it's the prototype. And don't worry, by the end of this video, we're gonna have them with all of the other characters from chapter 5 and the other chapters. Now, the prototype is the main bad guy of all Poppy Playtime. He killed Catnap, made all the toys, and even killed the plague, which maybe we'll try to recreate. But first I have to build him, so let's do it. All right, and here's our boy, the prototype. I've done prototypes before, but this one is interesting. And it's incredibly fragile. Like, you cannot move this guy next to at all. I mean, I'm scared to kind of even touch him, to be honest. I'm surprised nothing's broken yet. He's not the most accurate. He doesn't have the full-on scissor hands, but like, it's pretty good. He has a little skeleton thing. He has the arms of Huggy, Kissy, and Mommy Longlegs. He has his spider legs, and he has the carcass of Catnap. See, look, it just broke off. Here, watch me try to fix it. It's gonna break, trust. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, dang it. See, look, this thing fell off. If I go to put this on, another thing's gonna break. Oh, okay, it didn't. That's good. Good job. I'm giving the build an actual, like, 2, because it's just so structurally unsound, and I'm scared to, like, yeah. Me and the prototype have trust issues.
Now, the next character I'm gonna build is Rory Lovecape.
All right, we're almost done. We just gotta clip on the cape. Yo, we got our boy Rory Lovecape. Now, if you haven't seen Buggy Huggy on YouTube, you should subscribe to him because he created this character that I hope shows up, and it's supposed to be Lily's brother. And he has a giant cape, and he tries to, you know, revive her, and he sacrifices a bunch of other characters to do it.
And guarding that tower, a monster.
Yes, that's it. Burn it again, quick.
But we should probably get Lily. She was popular in chapter 4 until, you know, she, yeah, that. But we have her here in Lego form, and she's gonna match her brother perfectly, if I can get her built. All right, we're just gonna get that in there and try to have her not fall apart in the process. All right, here's her face. Bro, what happened? Oh, that's what happened. We put it on the wrong side. I'm silly. Bro, stand upright. Be an upstanding citizen. Dang it, she just shattered everywhere. What the heck? All right, well, that worked interestingly. Heck yeah. All right, low-key, Rory does kind of look better than the Lily version, but that's just because Lily, like, has really shattered feet right now. Like, bro, how are you getting held up? Your leg muscles are so tiny. She was a really fun character who, you know, tried to threaten Kissy Missy and Poppy.
I think she's a little asking whole factory and burn everyone.
And I think we should probably try bringing those two out. We have a Kissy Missy. This isn't the first time I've built her. She's a really tiny torso piece. Curse you, tiny toilet seat. Anyone remember that from Despicable Me?
Curse you, tiny toilet!
No, just me, okay. But she only has one arm. See, look, and now she can stand better. All right, I give up. I think Huggy will actually do better. If I remember correctly, he did do better. This is the wounded Huggy from chapter 5, you know, before he got stabbed. That was actually the saddest scene in all of Poppy Playtime. I hope he's revived in the next chapter. Anyway, we have his leg here and his other leg here. Awesome. Yo, what a guy. And the last character I need to build is our girl Poppy. That was pretty easy. She's obviously the name of Poppy Playtime, and she's always hanging out with Kissy. Bro, Huggy, are you like tired or something? All right, and here they are. We have the prototype, Lily, Huggy, the player, Pianosaurus, Rory, and Kissy. Oh, I couldn't forget Poppy. And these guys are awesome. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna build more characters from Poppy Playtime, so let's do that. Today I'm going to take iconic characters from Poppy Playtime and build them out of my pile of Lego bricks, and along the way recreate their iconic scenes from the game. And the first character I want to make is the prototype. He's the big bad of the entire series and finally appeared in chapter 5. And I want him to be minifig scale. So after dumping out my collection, I brickified my pile.
All right, and we have enough for the prototype, so let's start building.
He's stretchy, he's gummy, he's squishy, he's funny. D-O-E-Y. He's silly, he's gooey, he's sticky, he's gluey.
All right, wait a minute. Almost done. No, he looks pretty cool. But wait a minute, I can make him better. So I went to my Disney figure collection and grabbed a Jack Skellington head. Nope, that won't do. There it is. Because, you know, they have a pretty similar face. And we're just gonna take it back, pop it on, and now we have a Jack Skellington prototype. He's sufficiently creepy, has the arms of Mommy Longlegs, Kissy Missy, and Huggy Wuggy, and the skin of Catnap. And conveniently, I have a Huggy and Kissy minifig. Which is cool because... Wait a minute. Huggy, Kissy, you know what's going on?
And you repay me by bringing in an urchin.
No, Kissy. Today I'm going to take iconic characters from Poppy Playtime and build them out of my pile of Lego bricks, and along the way recreate their iconic scenes from the game. And the first character I want to make is the prototype. He's the big bad of the entire series and finally appeared in Chapter 5. And I want him to be minifig scale. So after dumping out my collection, I brickified my pile.
All right, and we have enough for the prototype, so let's start building.
He's stretchy, he's gummy, he's squishy, he's funny. D-O-E-Y. He's silly, he's gooey, he's sticky, he's gluey.
All right, wait a minute. Almost done. No, he looks pretty cool. But wait a minute, I can make him better. So I went to my Disney figure collection and grabbed a Jack Skellington head. Nope, that won't do. There it is. Because, you know, they have a pretty similar face. And we're just gonna take it back, pop it on, and now we have a Jack Skellington prototype. He's sufficiently creepy, has the arms of Mommy Longlegs, Kissy Missy, and Huggy Wuggy, and the skin of Catnap. And conveniently, I have a Huggy and Kissy minifig. Which is cool because... Wait a minute. Huggy, Kissy, you know what's going on?
And you repay me by bringing in an urchin.
Oh no, Kissy. Then the next character I'm gonna build is our boy Huggy Wuggy. Not like the minifig version, like the actual damaged one from Chapter 5. But the first thing I have to do is dump out all the parts. Alright, and here's our boy Huggy Wuggy, or should I call him City Witty, because, you know, he's sitting. Yeah, he's really damaged, and he has these bandages, these bloody spots, and even this chunk coming out of his head. Yo, Huggy, how are you doing? Yo, look, Huggy's holding me. Please don't eat me, Huggy. Okay, I'm gonna run away now.
Alright, it's Kissy time! Ah! I guess now I know what it's like to get kissed.
And the first thing I had to build for Kissy was the torso, then all the other body parts.
It was pretty simple. Half of it was black and half of it was pink, because, you know, in the game, she just got completely charred. Or Kissy. I actually always liked her, even though, you know, she shakes her tail. Anyway, she's very furry, and we're using all these slope pieces for the fur. And then I built out her arm and her legs. She's missing another arm, because, you know. And then I I just put in her eyes. One is full of life and one is a little droopy.
And she looks pretty good. She literally looks like the toys from the game.
It even has the like flexibility of like a stuffed animal. Her and Huggy can even have this cute bonding and be really cute with each other. Oh, look at them. They could hug and kiss. Look at the little adorable guys. Hopefully the prototype, you know, does it. You know what, we're just gonna ignore that. Now this Poppy's a lot easier because, you know, she's small. But remember how the prototype, you know, kind of popped her eye out? So this build has that too. All right, so the first thing we have to build is the feet. All right, now that we got that done, it's dress time. All right, so we're gonna build Poppy, and this is gonna be interesting. That's not a promise, but it's probably what's gonna be. All right, now we're gonna do the head, the hair, and the face. Oh yeah, right, she has a torso too. I kind of forgot about that. And legs, oops. Awesome, we have Poppy. But since we have this broken Kissy and broken Poppy, I'm gonna have them both try to escape the prototype. Now there's another character in that whole tea party scene that I want to make, and it's Lily Lovebraid. Now she's really cool because she's basically the main bad guy of the game outside of the prototype, who's like the bad guy of the series. And she has this really cool thing she could do with her hair where she could literally grab anyone with it. And I want to do that in Lego form. And building her should be pretty simple. So I started off by making her whole torso, and she has this little star at the center of it because she's supposed to be like some type of kindergarten teacher turned, you know, evil pear lady. And then it was doing her head, which also wasn't that hard. The hard part for Lily Lovebraids, of course, is her braids, you know, because she has like giant hair with this little guy in it. And that took me legitimately forever. But here she is. Bro, she's actually evil looking. What the heck? Why is there a hole in her neck? Also, it's low-key kind of weird. If you remove the smile on her face, she literally just looks like she's whistling. All right, enough. Bro, this thing's freaking awesome. Now the issue is she's really unstable. I mean, watch this. Bleh. And she also comes with this little koala toy, which is cool. But in order to actually do something with her, I have to build her little inside out. They're those little guys that were running around and eating out of brawn and attacking you where Giblet had to save you. So we're gonna try to get one of those so that way she could grab one with her hair. Isn't that right, Lily? And conveniently, we have the parts for two of them. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is this little inside Outimals leg. I don't think these guys have names. I think it's just like random inside Outimal number 1 and 2. So we're just gonna try our best here. All right, we got the torso. We're gonna snap in the arm. Where's the other arm? Get it? Boop. And of course, the head. Sweet. He comes with these little jagged teeth. And we gotta build out the rest of the mouth. All right, and then we're gonna snap in his eyes, and bro looks goofy. I mean, legitimately, these inside Outimals are kind of cursed. But it looks like we still have enough for some more, and even some extra hair that maybe I didn't add on to Lily. Sorry, Lily. Ah! Oh no, she's got me!
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
All right, now these are all the characters we have so far, but we still have to build a couple more from Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. But out of all of these builds so far, I'd say probably the best one is Huggy Wuggy. He looks the most accurate, he's the most battle damaged, and Lily just can't stand upright. I'm not even gonna push her over. Now before I could build the prototype, I had to dump out all my Lego parts and download the Brickify app, because I'm gonna use it to scan all my parts and see if I could sort them all out and have enough to build them. And it looks like I do. So let's get cracking. All right, now that we have the parts scanned, let's build the base. We need to make connection points for the legs. So we're gonna do this. All right, we need one of these. Boom. All right, we're gonna attach this to this base. This is where the fun begins. Oh, and by the way, huge shout out to Brickfolk for the designs. I have to put all these in here. All right, now we gotta build its guts. This piece, we need 4 of these, and some of these, and some of these. All right, now it's time for the rib cage. I don't know why I said it like that. All right, now time to add the actual ribs. Oh, bruh, it sounds like I said Oprah. You get a rib, you get a rib, you get a rib. For those who don't know, Oprah gave out cars, not ribs. All right, we're locking this back in. All right, now we just gotta finish off the body. All right, now we're adding the catnap back. Oh yeah, I guess this is the front side of him. All right, these are where the hands are gonna go. All right, now we're gonna add all these stud hoppers round pieces, and then we're gonna do these. Boop, click, pop. All right, it's cat skin time. Yo, okay, now he's starting to look like a thing. Well, not on this side, but don't worry, it'll get there too. All right, we're adding his little light. All right, and we're adding another 2 of these bad Larrys. Okay, this is sick. Now we gotta add those extra arms. And the first one we're doing is Kissy Missy. Here's her hand, and here's her thumb. Wait a minute, is this the head? Oh, I feel dumb. All right, let's wrap up the head. We're so close. All right, last hat, or whatever these are called. All right, now you have this eye and this eye hole, and then the mouth. I'm iffy about the face. It's neck time. Yeet. All right, we're getting close. Okay, and here's our boy, the prototype. Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. He looks great. The issue is the legs. Unless you have those little clear pieces, they just don't work, and he just collapses in on himself like a dying prototype. I could totally see him killing the player. Wait, what? Hey, what's going on? Well, friend, did you subscribe? No, I didn't.
You should subscribe.
No, he's not joking. Do it now. All right, but now that we built the prototype, we have to put him at the bottom of the factory. And it is going to be difficult just because the bottom of the factory is like right here. So what if we tried putting him at the top for a little bit? All right, let's go all the way upstairs. Oh, yo, it's the prototype. This is the prototype, and this is my Lego build of him. And today I'm gonna build every single Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 character in Lego, as well as some that might be in Chapter 6. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we're going all the way to the basement of Playtime Co. and putting the most cursed monsters there. Anyways, Lego. Now before I could build the prototype, I had to dump out all my Lego parts and download the Brickify app, because I'm gonna use it to scan all my parts and see if I could sort them all out and have enough to build it. And it looks like I do. So let's get cracking. All right, now that we have the parts scanned, let's build the base. We need to make connection points for the legs. So we're gonna do this. All right, we need one of these. Boom. All right, we're gonna attach this to this base. This is where the fun begins. By the way, huge shout out to Brickfolk for the designs. I have to put all these in here. All right, now we gotta build its guts. This piece, we need 4 of these, and some of these, and some of these. All right, now it's time for the rib cage. I don't know why I said it like that. All right, now time to add the actual ribs. Oh, bruh, it sounds like I said Oprah. You get a rib, you get a rib, you get a rib. For those who don't know, Oprah gave out cars, not ribs. All right, we're locking this back in. All right, now we just gotta finish off the body. All right, now we're adding the catnap back. Oh yeah, I guess this is the front side of him. All right, these are where the hands are gonna go. All right, now we're gonna add all these stud hoppers round pieces, and then we're gonna do these. Boop, click, pop. All right, it's cat skin time. Yo, okay, now he's starting to look like a thing. Well, not on this side, but don't worry, it'll get there too. All right, we're adding his little light. All right, and we're adding another 2 of these bad Larrys. Okay, this is sick. Now we gotta add those extra arms. And the first one we're doing is Kissy Missy. Here's her hand, and here's her thumb. Wait a minute, is this the head? Oh, I feel dumb. All right, let's wrap up the head. We're so close. All right, last hat, or whatever these are called. All right, now you have this eye and this eye hole, and then the mouth. I'm iffy about the face. It's neck time. Yeet. All right, we're getting close. Okay, and here's our boy, the prototype. Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. He looks great. The issue is the legs. Unless you have those little clear pieces, they just don't work, and he just collapses in on himself like a dying prototype.
I could totally see him killing the player. Wait, what?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, friend, did you subscribe?
No, I didn't.
You should subscribe.
No, he's not joking. Do it now. All right, but now that we built the prototype, we have to put him at the bottom of the factory. And it is going to be difficult just because the bottom of the factory is like right here. So what if we tried putting him at the top for a little bit? All right, let's go all the way upstairs. Oh, yo, it's the prototype. Now this is Lily Lovebraids. She was one of the main bad guys from chapter 5, and she had this crazy hair that could eat you, and these tea parties that had all these little toys. Oh yeah, and the prototype. And now we have to build her. All right, let's open up the Brickify app, and then we're just gonna go to the pile scanner, and we're gonna scan the pile. Now this thing is really fast. I mean, look at this. Whoa, that's crazy. All right, let's see what we have enough pieces for. Apparently a mini Huggy. 6, 7, no, we need Lily. Oh, these puppets. We got it. All right, let's build. All right, so we're gonna start with the legs, the boot, and one of these. All right, we got the legs. Now we gotta do the shoes. And these should be pretty easy. All right, we're gonna add this skirt piece and then a front one. All right, now we have the torso, the arm, the other arm. Bruh. All right, now we gotta do the head and the face. She's bald. Bald. All right, let's fix that. Sweet. All right, it's eye time. And ear. Bro, what are these ears? She looks like a monkey. Why can't you stay on? This thing has like a conniption trying to stay onto the body. What the hey? Oh yeah, and we get to add her hair curl. All right, now it's hair time. Braid 1, braid 2, braid 3. All right, and this last one should be interesting. All right, we have to build this little guy. I don't know what he is. Oh, this is awesome. And here Lily is. Oh, she looks great. She has the arms, the face, this little guy over here who looks like a panda. Hey, maybe that is a panda, what the heck? She's super smiley, I love her. This build of Lily's okay, I'll give it a solid 6. I think my minifigure with the braid is better. We're gonna put her right into the tower. And you know what? She could go like right over here. Oh no. You know, maybe I should just drop a cloud on her now. All right, next we're going to build Lily's puppets that were with her when the prototype came in. We're gonna scan them and whoa, that was fast. Oh sweet, it looks like we have enough parts for them. Wow, those are interesting. Look at that. I don't even know what these guys' names are. All right, we have the yellow one done. Then we have to do the pink one. All right, we're gonna do this. Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, last one. All right, we gotta just do the rest of the hair. I wonder who styled it. And here's the face. Oh, they're actually kind of cute. Anyways, let's put these with Lily. I guess we could put one up here, and over here. Awesome. Now, at the end of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, we saw the Doctor, which means he's probably going to be a big player in Chapter 6. And I'm hoping that he gets to re-inhabit one of those mech suits that he was in Chapter 4, which is why I'm going to build it. First, we're going to dump out all the parts for him. This should be enough, right? All right, let's dump out all the parts, and then I broke out the Brickify app again, and now we're going for a scan. Whoa, there's like 227 parts here. What the heck? Wow, that was quick. All right, and it looks like we should have enough to build. Now, the first thing I have to build is the base. And there's this little area over here for the wires, because, you know, the Doctor's suit to operate, he needs to be kind of plugged in. Then we kind of just connect him like this. Bada boom. And I got to work on the body. I totally didn't just forget to press record. The black looks really rough in the lighting. Okay, we're getting closer. Yo, those are really tiny arms. What the heck? All right, now it's time to build the head. Just snap in one of these and the eye, and then we're just gonna snap in this and box him in to look like an actual TV. Awesome. We just gotta lock it in. Yo. Okay, this guy also is known for like kind of having a cape, so I kind of gave him a cape. All right, let's clip in these arms. We got one over here, one over here. Now we just have to do the legs. Click, click. Bada bick. All right, then we have a leg here and a leg here. Okay, awesome. Now we just got to connect him to the base. Oh, this version of the Doctor is awesome. He could definitely take on the prototype. Now in chapter 4, these guys were straight up scary, so we got to put him on level 4. All right, we're just going to take this off, and then we're going to put on our boy, Mr. Doctor. Well, actually not. We're probably going to have to put him over here because he's too tall. All right, you just stay there for now. Don't worry, we'll fill this with another person from chapter 4. Oh, and if you want to get the Brickify app, here's a QR code. You can scan it and download it right now for 3 free days. Now, one of the things I love about Poppy Playtime is how there's a Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy literally made for each other. But I was thinking, why doesn't Doughy the Dough Man have that? Well, apparently someone else thought that too, because there's a whole Dolly the Dough Girl fan club that exists for a character that isn't even in the game yet, because I think she's going to be in chapter 6. And we're going to build her. All right, so we're just going to open up the app, open up the pile scanner, and low-key just scan the pile. Let's see how long this takes. Oh wow, that's quick. Yo! Oh, we have enough pieces for Dolly. And there's her eye. Okay. All right, let's build Lily. We're gonna start with her torso. Can't find these leg pieces they want her to have. I hope it's not these and they didn't get scan the wrong ones. All right, so we're slowly making progress on the body. This is interesting. Okay. All right, so we're adding these little blue splotches and red splotches, and this red splotch is gonna be like this. These are like the hands of like the kids that Doughy absorbed. But since this isn't Doughy, since this is Dolly, I don't know if she also absorbed kids. Yo, it's another hand. This is high-key confusing. Question, if you guys were a Doughy the Dough Man, would you absorb a child? Or did Doughy even have a choice? I don't even know. I mean, I guess he did eat his own mom. But hey, at least he said he was sorry.
Oh, God.
All right, we're slowly rounding out our boy. And something I'm noticing is it's getting a little easier as it goes on. This is a much easier build than the Doctor. Oh, yo, this is sick. All right, and now we have our first arm. I'm just gonna attach these as legs for now. And now we just gotta do our second arm. Comes in red. Okay, awesome. All right, now it's time to just do the head. All right, now it's just these little head pieces. Wow, this head is really detailed, and I love this little bow. It's so cute. Oh, yo, no way. She also comes with dough cheeks. I mean, she's got to look a little doughy. She's a dough girl after all. All right, so we got this one, and this one. And we even those all out, add her eyes, and attach it to the body. And yo, we have a complete Doughy the Dough Girl. This might be our first actual 10 out of 10 build. I love it, but you know, she's kind of lonely looking right now. You know who we need to make?
Doughy the Dough Man!
He's stretch you, he's gum you, he's squish you, he's fun you.
Oh yeah, but first we need to put her somewhere. Yeah, she's gonna go. Her bow is annoying. It doesn't like let her stand on the platform. All right, we're gonna lower this and put her in here. Yeah, that'll hold for now. That's fine. This is fine. This is good because we're slowly going up to the top with the prototype. All right, let's open the app. So we're just gonna scan him. Boop. Let's do this. Whoa, that's pretty quick. All right, let's do our boy Doughy. There he is. Ah, Doughy the Dough Man. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is the feet, and then it's time for the body. Bro, Doughy the Dough Man kind of reminds me of me because, you know, I haven't been to the gym as much as I should be. My editors are gonna roast me for that one. Sorry, Benji. Benji, do your worst. You
might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like.
All right, now we're doing the one yellow hand here. Then he's also orange, red, and blue. Bro is literally all colors of the rainbow. All right, we're doing the hands again, but his are obviously different colored. All right, we got his body, but these hands are like low-key a little small. So we gotta work on that, and we're gonna build out his neck. Well, his shoulders. Put your dough on my shoulders. Comment below if you know that song. All right, and then we're gonna round out his belly, because he's looking a little cubular right now. All right, now it's head time. Bro, he also comes with cheeks. What the heck? Bro, he's a cheeked up doughy. It's not like we saw one of those earlier. All right, there we go. We got Doughy's head, legs, and his chunky dough boy. Now we're hitting arms. Oh, I know which side this is going on. Sweet. We got that too. Okay, we completed Doughy the Dough Man. Yo, he looks sick. Yo, I just realized we're missing one part, and it's this one. For his bowler hat. Yeah, that hat is called a bowler hat. I don't know if Doughy bowls, but you know, he's round enough to. All right, now I'm just gonna have him eat his mother. Wait, what? Nah, just kidding. We're gonna put him next to his long-lost love. We have Doughy the Dough Man and Dolly the Dough Girl right here. Oh, they're so cute together. And then we obviously have the Doctor, Lily, the prototype. Now, the next character we're gonna build is this guy, Braun. He's a character that appeared in many different like sizes in Poppy Playtime, and then just kind of disappeared until we saw him in Chapter 5, where these Nightmare Inside animals were just eating at his guts, and he had a whole Brad pack in his mouth. I don't know if this is the actual guy or what the deal is, but we're gonna build him. All right, let's open up the app again. We're gonna go to the pile scanner and scan it. Boom. All right, let's see what dinosaurs come out. All right, and there he is. All right, it's build time. Some of the bottom colors are gonna be low-key mismatched, but that's okay. Now we're finally getting some red on Braun, because, you know, he's a red dude. Was a red dude, instead of, you know, being a rad dude. All right, we have a pretty much full body done. Bro, he's so multicolored right now. I'm gonna call him multicolor Braun. Bro, what is this shape? Oh no, it gets worse. No, those are supposed to connect in there? What? I'm so confused right now. All right, so these are the legs, supposedly. And then these are the back legs. All right, and now we're just gonna add on to his feet, because that works. Oh, speaking of feet, here's the actual foot. Did I say feet? I meant legs. Well, now I meant feet. All right, and then we have this one miscolored 1x1. Okay, this is slowly looking like him. Yeah, that's what I'll keep telling myself. Okay, I'm anxiously waiting for a surprise. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm out of 1x1s. Okay, round piece. But we do have one of these, which gives us the actual full, like, dino neck dealio. Sweet. All right, now it's time for the head. All right, we have this eye here and this eye here, bruh. I mean, that's Braun. I have to say this is probably one of the worst builds we've probably done, but he does look like the character. And more importantly, I could go up on him and ride him like a dinosaur. Get along, little dino, get along. Bro, he does not look amused. I'm not amused either. Ugh. But you know what? Since he's the shortest character we've built, I could probably put him right up here with the Doctor, even though he's, you know, supposed to probably be a level lower. But it wouldn't be a Poppy Playtime video if I didn't build a Huggy Wuggy. But don't worry, this one's gonna be simple, because I can only use simple parts like 1x1s, 1x6s, and 1x2s, and maybe some plates. All right, we're gonna open back up the app, scan, and we should have enough parts to build a Huggy Wuggy. You know, the main icon of all of Poppy Playtime, other than the player, of course. Wow, all right, let's see, do we have enough for a Huggy Wuggy? Noob Huggy. All right, let's try Noob Huggy. Wow, this guy's gonna be tall, what the heck? Whoa, it's still going? What? It's like that Kylo Ren meme where he's like, more! More! Bro, is this feels like enough. More! Okay, fine. All right, that's definitely enough. More? All right, fine. Whatever you say, boss. All right, this is gonna be so fragile. Wow, this guy's huge. All right, now we're adding the arms, and this is like the down arm. I guess he's gonna have like an upright arm too. But so far we've only used 1x1s, 1x2s, and is this an 8? Yeah, 1x8s. Very simple, very, very simple. Okay. Whoa, this guy's drooping down. Okay, no, it needs to droop more. The droop is not enough. All right, that looks like some good droopage. Is that a word, droopage? All right, well, anyway, his arm is going up now. All right, awesome. All right, we have this headpiece, this, and there's the mouth. Whoa, this guy's getting pretty intense looking. What the heck? Bro, this might be the most scary Huggy Wuggy I've ever built. And what's worse is he's not even that detailed. I guess sometimes less is more. Yo, look at this guy. Yo, he's actually awesome. All right, this is definitely getting a 10 out of 10. Wait, I want to stand him up next to a minifigure. All right, so here's Huggy Wuggy, and here's me. What the heck? You're friggin' gigantism. All right, let's put him in the tower. All right, now level 1 seems a little on the low side. Level 2 seems a little off. What if we just put him off the side? Okay, we're just gonna put him right here behind Huggy. Oh no, no, Huggy Wuggy. All right, guys, well, I tried to fix Huggy Wuggy. I'm gonna send you to the next video. No, Huggy Wuggy. This is my table covered in Lego bricks, and today I'm going to challenge myself to build the Playtime Co. factory in Lego, where each level will represent a different chapter of the game, going all the way to the top with the prototype. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, I'm gonna fill the factory with every toy. Anyways, Lego. Now, Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 just came out and is one of the most important chapters in the game, finally introducing the prototype. So I'm gonna start by building the first chapter on the first floor, second on the second floor, and all the way up until we hit Chapter 5. And we're gonna start by dumping out all my bricks onto the table, because the first thing I'm gonna need to build from the game is the player grab pack. And it should be pretty simple because I downloaded the Brickify app and scanned all the parts I dumped out, and boom, we have a bunch of instructions for things, including the grab pack. Now we're still missing one of the macaroni pieces, so I need to go to my collection to grab one. All right, we have yellow, yellow, yellow. Oh, there we go. And these macaroni pieces should work really well. All right, where's this backpack? It's going to be over here. It's gonna be by the pink. It's gonna be somewhere here. There it is. All right, the first thing I have to build is the back, and then I have to slide this little axle through it. I think this is called an axle. Then we gotta connect those macaroni pieces to keep it locked in. Boom. Now this looks more like a grab pack. All right, next I'm going to add some yellow studs and then some blue ones. Boom and boom. Okay, next we gotta add the handles, because you know the minifigure has to hold the grab pack. So we're gonna have one here. So we're gonna add a yellow one here and a yellow one here. And next is black. Boop, boop. And for the clip, I have a blue one, but the red one's a little darker than I wanted. All right, we're just gonna lock this in and put on the head. And here's Blocky wearing the completed Lego grab pack. I mean, look at this thing. Maybe later we'll use it to go somewhere. But in the meantime, I'm going to put it on level 1 of the tower. And here's the whole factory, and we're gonna go all the way down, and right here, we're gonna put our boy Blocky McBlockface. For the next character we're gonna have to build after the grab pack is Huggy Wuggy. He was created in Chapter 1 and chased you down this hallway in this really freaky scene. And I've built my fair share of Huggy Wuggys before, but this one should be different. But the first thing I have to do again is scan. It's Huggy Wuggy time. All right, so we're gonna start with the body. All right, and now we have the body. Now it's time for the head. All right, we're gonna add the teeth to the head, and of course, the smile. All right, smile time. All right, now we just gotta plug in the eyes. Awesome. All right, let's just wrap up the head, literally. And there we go, now we have Huggy Wuggy's lips and head. And we're just gonna attach it to the torso, and now I have to build the legs. Now right now Huggy has these very tiny arms, so we have to build him normal Huggy-sized ones, so that he can give you a hug. Alright, and we're gonna start with the left arm, or his right arm. Alright, now we're just gonna tag on this arm over here, click, and now we have to do the next arm. Alright, and then we're gonna add his elbow, which is gonna have this part, as well as this part, and the hand. Boom, he's giving a thumbs up. Alright, and we're gonna click this in, and like that, We have a fully functional Huggy Wuggy. All right, and here's my fully functional Huggy Wuggy. He's got posable arms, posable legs, and he'll totally jump scare you. Bro, what are those eyes? Hey, I'm gonna give him a hug. No, Walter, don't do it. All right, and now we're gonna put him in the Playtime factory. And we're going to add him here. Oh, dang it. All right, Huggy, have a city. Awesome, now we have Huggy and the Grab Pack. I'm sure nothing bad happens with them in the factory, right? Ah, is that Huggy Wuggy? All right, we're gonna get out of here. Huggy Wuggy, oh no. All right, we gotta go. Now the next character I need to build is Mommy Longlegs. She was one of the main bad guys in chapter 2, and we're gonna build her. And for her, we're gonna use a lot of these special curved pieces. All right, so let's open Brickify again and scan. And this time I put a bunch of pink parts on the table, so we should have enough for a Mommy Longlegs. So let's scan. All right, let's do Mommy Longlegs. I think this should be enough parts. We're missing a few. First, let's build Mommy's long legs. All right, connection time. All right, we do this and then a stud hopper. All right, and we have Mommy Longlegs' legs. Now it's just time for the rest of her. Yeah, that's a bad color. All right, next I have to build her torso. All right, so we're gonna add this arm here, and now we need to add extensions. Oh shoot. Yeah, this isn't the most stable build in the world. All right, and then we're gonna continue extending, bada bing, bada boom. Then we're gonna extend her arms even further. Awesome. One thing they don't tell you about Mommy Longlegs is she also has long arms. Boom, now we just have to do another one. All right, let's put this here. Sweet. Then we just gotta extend her arm. All right, now the last thing I have to build is the head. And the next thing I have to add is her little necklace piece. Then I'm adding these studs for her neck. And I guess this piece is going to be for her face. All right, had to replace that because it was not hanging on. All right, let's finish her head. And I'm taking her body off to do it. Now it's time for Mommy Longlegs' long hair. All right, now we have the head. All I have to add is the eyes. We got 1 and 2. Oh yeah, and the mouth. Can't not have that. That would be weird. Oh, the gray face doesn't look great on her. And like that, we have a barely stable Lego Mommy Longlegs. Now this Mommy Longlegs isn't my favorite build in the world. It gets the job done, but the legs aren't that long. In fact, I think the arms are longer, which is ridiculous for a Mommy Longlegs. Overall, though, I like the build, and she's just as creepy as in the game. I guess that means it's time to add her to our Chapter 2 factory. So we're gonna take off this, and we might even need to shorten her legs again. Next, we're going to level up to the next level, which is, I guess, what you do on levels. And we're gonna put Mommy Longlegs here. And she can sit right on top of Huggy Wuggy. And since in Chapter 2, Mommy Longlegs captured Poppy, I need to go get my Poppy minifigure. Where is she? Not here, apparently. Where's Poppy? Wait a minute, she is over here. There's my Poppy minifigure. All right, we're just gonna put her down and whoa, she's perfect. Oh, this duo is popping. And don't worry, we're gonna fill this next layer with characters from Chapter 3, and there are a lot of them. Starting with the main villain from Chapter 3, Catnap. Now, Catnap's one of the prototype's big experiments, and I have a bunch of purple parts that we could use for him. And we should have enough for instructions here, so let's try scanning. This should be enough for a full-on Catnap. All right, we're just gonna open up the app, scan our parts, and we're gonna let the scanner run. There we go, it's Catnap. All right, let's build it. All right, and the first thing we have to build is the torso. All right, and now we're adding the first legs. All right, and now we have Catnap's first and second back legs. Now we have to do the front ones. And I think he has a tail too, so probably that. All right, clip and click. And then we're gonna click in this and finish out the rest of the legs. All right, now it's just time for the front feet. Now we just need to add his claws. All right, now we're gonna snap on his tail. And now it's time to prepare for the head. All right, let's wrap up his face. Now we just gotta snap in the eyes. Now the thing that's crazy about Catnap and all the characters we've built so far is the prototype literally has their body parts on his body. He has Huggy's and Mommy's arm and Catnap's like back skin. I don't know, but we gotta put Catnap in the Poppy Playtime factory. All right, we're gonna have the cat hiding in the corner. But he's not the only character from chapter 3 we're gonna do because we have another room. So the next character I'm gonna put in that room is Dog Day. He kind of leads the smiling critters. So we're gonna scan all these parts with Brickify and see if we have enough for him. Yo, no way, we have 98% of the pieces. All right, let's build this dog. So we're gonna start with his legs. Click, click, bada bick. Bro, what happened to his legs? All right, let's keep building. All right, we have a full body now. All right, so we're gonna attach this and build out his arm and hand. There we go. If I remember, in the game, they low-key crucified, bro. So this should be similar. And we're gonna do that in our factory. Wait, what? All right, and next up is this piece, which I think is gonna let us build out a head. Now we gotta build out his ears. So let's finish those. And then we're gonna do these pieces. Now the last thing I need to do is the face. So we got on the mouth, the smile, and the littler smile. Oh yeah, and then he has to have eyes. I see you.
I see.
All right, now we're gonna slap on this and slap on this. And here's our fully completed Dog Day. Yo, he looks great. Yo, now this guy's pretty doggone epic. So we're gonna add him to the factory. And we're so close to filling this entire thing. We still have chapters 4 and 5. But in the meantime, all right, and now we have 2 characters from chapter 3 right here. Now we're gonna fill up this next floor with someone special. All right, so this next character we're gonna build using the app's gonna be pretty doughy. All right, first we're gonna do Doughy's feet. All right, first we're gonna build Doughy's torso, then we're gonna add his arms. He's got orange, red, yellow, all the colors of the Play-Doh. I mean rainbow. All right, there's Doughy's body. Now let's just add on his head. All right, let's add an eye and another eye, or more like a giant hole, because that's kind of what he has there. And the last thing I need to add is his top hat, which we're gonna use one of these for, as well as one of these. And boom, we have Doughy the Dough Man. Yo, he looks awesome. Doughy was actually one of my favorite characters from all of Poppy Playtime, even though, you know, he killed Pianosaurus and, you know, got completely crushed as that weird, I don't even know what that was.
Who and Poppy?
But here he looks cool. Now lucky for us, Doughy's not the only character we're putting up here from chapter 4, because we're also gonna build the Doctor. Now Harley Sawyer was a doctor at Playtime Co., but then he became a TV screen, and all his organs were like stored in like computer systems. And is he a bad guy? Kinda, not really actually. Well, we did see him by the end of chapter 5. So let's build him. All right, scanning, scanning, scanning. All right, let's see if we have enough parts for him. There he is. Boom, the Doctor. Okay, let's build him. All right, let's add legs. All right, the first thing we got is his legs. They're very unstable right now. All right, now we gotta add this and one of these. All right, and apparently we're giving him some type of hips right now. I don't know why. We got an arm and another arm. Bada boom. Oh yeah, he also comes with a cape, but I honestly don't know how this is supposed to like attach. Okay, ready? Bada boom. And then we have the head. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh shoot, I got ahead of myself. All right, and the last thing I'm going to add is his eye. All right, there's the doctor. Look at this guy. He's freaking dope. He does look like a robot though. We're gonna put him with our boy, Doughy the Dough Man. There's so many more characters I wanted to do, like Yarnaby or Pianosaurus, but we're gonna have to move on to chapter 5. And at the top, we're gonna put the prototype. So let's start with our first character from chapter 5, Giblet. Now, Giblet's one of the main leaders of the Resistance in Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, and he fought Lily Lovebraids, the prototype, and a whole bunch of other people. So we're gonna build him. All right, so we're gonna start off with his legs, then go to his torso, and he has this red dot there, and then I gotta plug in an arm, and another arm. And then we gotta add on his chunky cheeks and eye. Yeah, because he has an eye patch in one eye. Then he has this little electrocution staff. And boom, we have Giblet. Or Giblet, I don't know how to pronounce it. But he comes with a mohawk. He looks like a bear, but someone told me he's a fox. Comment below which you think he is. And he's really freaking cute. Well, not the back side of him. All right, and we're gonna add him to level 5. Oh wow, it's getting dark up here. I guess that means the prototype's coming soon. All right, now the next character we have to build is Chum Chopkins. So I opened up the app, scanned my parts again, and boom, we have enough for Chum. So I started with his feet, his torso, which is this giant mouth, and then we added all these other red parts, and then we're gonna just add in the eyes and the head, and then we had to just add in the arms and the teeth, and of course the mouth. And boom, we have our boy Chum. Oh, he's cool. He's got these like pieces under his arm and his other arm, and he also has a mouth that opens and closes. And he could also eat Walter. Oh. All right, let's put Chum in the tower. Yo, we got the whole squad here. Let's go. Now there's one more character I have to build from Playtime Co. And it is the prototype. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think I could do the prototype right with the Brickify app or my own custom build. So we're gonna design this one digitally. And then hopefully we could even recreate some scenes from the game. So one of the first things we have to do is the base of him. So that way we can attach all those legs. He has like 6 of them. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna add on these little like bone structure things. I don't know what you call those, but they're on his design. Huge shout out to Brickfolk, by the way. He gave some interesting designs that we took a lot of inspiration from. All right, let's clip in these legs though. All right, we got one here, one over here, and one over here. Okay, good. All right, that's looking a little bit more like a prototype now. All right, now the prototype's most interesting feature are probably the extra characters that he has attached to him. He literally has the skins of Catnap, Mommy Longlegs, Huggy, and Kissy, and they're just all hanging about. So I added these little clip areas in the front, as well as the Catnap skin in the back, and then we also have this whole like beehive stinger thingy going on. I don't know what you call it. And now I have to work on the arms. We have one for Mommy, one for Kissy, and one for Huggy. And we're just gonna clip those in, and then we also have the rib cage over there. And now I'd say is a good time we could probably start adding the upper half of the prototype. We have the bulk of it done. So we have the ribs, we're now adding his body. Yep, now we gotta add on the arms, and his most iconic feature throughout the entire series is those scissor hands. So we gotta do those. Yo, these look sick. All right, and the last thing we have to add is the head, which is pretty simple, and then the hat. Yo, he looks sick. Now, if you want to see the actual animation, we're going to do it in this video where I recreate the game. So let's do that.